You can't have a really good targeted marketing plan if you aren't super clear on your ideal clients, because you're going to end up either with inquiries that don't match what you offer, and attracting the wrong people, or just not maximizing your marketing spend.
Yeah, and I think it's, if you look at that again annually, but if you're going to spend and do those things even quarterly, it's probably good to check in on that. Businesses do evolve, right? The customer often evolves with the business. And if you had a particular thing in mind and ran some campaigns over a quarter and you didn't get the results, it may be this kind of evolution and growth of the type of client you serve or the thing that you serve with. And that could be the first time you even see that there's a mismatch.
Right. And also, the human psyche evolves, like how you marketed travel pre-pandemic and how you market travel immediately post-pandemic, for example. It's different. People's pain points are different. That the reason that they wanted to get out and see the world slightly evolves. So your messaging both has to do with your brand. Like, are you the person who's who really wants to fulfill the traveler's desire, who wants to be totally in cultural immersion? Then obviously your messaging and your ideal client is going to be people who appreciate that kind of travel, and your messaging is going to want to elicit that sort of behavior from people. So I think it's both looking at sort of the people, but also looking at who that ideal client is and what they're caring about at that moment in time, and whether you're speaking to what it is that they need.
Yeah, I think that's so important because, and I've talked about this briefly in other episodes, was, for probably the last 18 months or so, a lot of the larger companies were doing commercials on value rather than experience. I have a coffee company, right? So Coffee Mate, instead of saying the experience of that French vanilla, it actually became, you can make so many coffee house style coffees at home. So being tuned into that means that you also won't be messaging against people spending 25 times your budget.
Right, exactly. Yeah. Or something that's sort of tone deaf for whatever is going on in the current time.
Yeah, that could probably break reputation if you come out
Yeah.
that little tone deaf. Okay. All right.
Yeah.